Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. And I'm here today to bring the review for My Hero Academia Manga Chapter 405. So, he ain't dead yet. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. All Might is still not dead yet. And I realize as I'm saying these things, they might seem like I'm gunning for his death. It's not the case. I'm just saying that he's been dying for a while, and then like the next chapter comes and he's still not TKO, whichever way you want to phrase it. And yeah, but I'm annoyed because at the end of the day, there was a whole load of death flags for my mentioning of the prophecy that Sir Night Eyes saw. And it's just like, let All Might go out in how does that phrase go? In a fan of glory, in the glory of, how does the phrase go? Anyway, there's a phrase that I'm trying to refer to there, and like All Might just doesn't do it at all. We know what, at least in my personal opinion, All Might, good hero, bad teacher. And now, for me, again personally, like All Might has lived up to the title symbol of peace. Bad teacher, but symbol of peace nonetheless. I mean, symbol of peace, yeah. Bad teacher, but symbol of peace, yeah. He's got that. But I feel like in doing this, it kind of puts a bad mark on All Might's name, because that's what you're supposed to be, symbol of peace. Wasn't really ever supposed to be like a teacher, like kind of sort of. It was his duty as a successor, but kind of sort of. But yeah, but symbol of peace, he was achieving it even after, when the final flames of the quirk died out. He was still there as the symbol of peace. I don't feel like, yes, Endeavor's number one hero, but still not symbol of peace. So I feel like even after he couldn't be a hero anymore, he was still living this role by inspiring current heroes, and more so inspiring the next generation, class 1A. But having him rejoin the battlefield for one last hurrah, and him not win his fight puts a bad mark on his name. If you're a long time viewer of my reviews for the series, you would know I wanted All Might to win this fight on his own. Be it he died in the process, but all for one, sorry, still had some time to walk away, try to achieve what he was trying to achieve, but fade away before he could achieve it. That was the very bare minimum of the win I wanted for All Might. If All Might beat him outright, and you still had some time ticking, even better. But I feel like not even better. That's good as well. But I feel like especially because the prophecy was brought up just before the fight started, he should have died during that fight, and technically he has, but he didn't get the win. So it should have been, in my personal opinion, death and a win for him, but he's not getting that. So that's why I'm annoyed that we have Bakgou, who's going to take on this fight with the help of All Might. But before that, we get this scene where we basically find out that Bakgou has been patched up and he was pretty close to death. I was like, alright, cool, yeah, fair enough. And it's basically hinted towards, at least this is where I perceived it, that because Bakugou's quirk awakened, that's why he's still alive and ticking. And I'm thinking to myself, his quirk is explosions. What has that got to do with keeping your body alive, keeping your body ticking? So I'd have rather much preferred if they just left it at that superhero fixing them up, patching them up, and while he was patching them up, that's when he noticed something different with him back ago and realized that his quirk awakened. Now that I think about, now that I've said that out loud, I don't really feel like why would he realize that being in his body for like the first time, but would have been better than where I'm perceiving things now, because that's how I perceive it. Moving on, so All Might gives Bakugou like the remaining of his armor, And I'm assuming that the remaining of his armor would have enabled All Might to do a Bakgou like type attack. So that was Bakugou's quirk within the remains of the armor. But what I feel like is going to happen now is that Bakugou is going to lay off a new technique via his new quirk awakening, and that attack is going to be too much for his body to handle at the present moment in time because he's only just awakened. And what All Might gave him, the armor, will act as like a brace, so the damage done is not as bad. So for example, if that attack would have blown off his arm, it would just break his arm, or if that attack was to break his arm, it would just sprain his arm, something along them lines. But at the end of the day, I'm mad that All Might didn't end this fight by his own on his own terms. So like always, same problems with chapters, pacing issue. We are moving nowhere very fast, and I feel like this chapter should have really been about Bakugo, if it is the case, going to be the case, finishing this fight. So we can move on more swiftly, just more swiftly. But it doesn't seem to be doing that. It seems to be just really dragging along, and it dampens the enjoyment of the series, at least for me. I don't know how you guys feel. Would like to know. So I'm going to give this chapter a 2-star rating, and that goes, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.